welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jessie, also known as Miss Cherry, and this is...
Jesse also.
This is my husband, Jesse, and Telly just left. It is her 14th birthday today, so our little cat, I can't believe she's 14.
She's healthy though. She's good.
Yeah,
she's a strong 14.
She is, yeah, she's a super healthy cat. But today we're going to be doing a Q&A video because we just got back from Walt Disney World during a global pandemic.
Yeah.
And things are different. And we put up on Instagram, if you're not following me on Instagram, it's at Miss Jessie Cherry, but we put up a Q&A asking, is there any questions that you guys have about what our trip was like, so we can share our experiences with you and kind of talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, how different it was. I mean, we've been to Walt Disney World several times.
Bunch of times.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of experience at Walt Disney World, but it was definitely nothing like the experience that we had just experienced while we were there. And I think we got about 100 questions. We're definitely not going to be able to go through them all, but we're going to do our best to go through as many as possible. So let's get started.
Let's answer some questions.
Yeah. From You're a Wizard _Carrie, love the name by the way, and it says, is it true there's no limit or capacity anymore at Walt Disney World? There is. It's 25% capacity, and I think they're upping it. I think they announced it this week to 35% at the parks. Now, I felt that it was at 25%, less than that.
I don't know, I can't remember exactly. It felt busier because the lines are all outside now, so there's people everywhere. So it felt different, but the lines were way faster, so.
Yeah, because you're social distance in all the lines. So every line is like, you have 6 feet before the party in front of you. So there were lines that we got into that were supposed to be an hour, like for Soarin'. It was supposed to be 50 minutes, and we made it through the entire line in 30. So I would not trust the wait times for us and our experience the week that we were there. The wait times were about half of what they were. And we've actually put that in our vlogs too, for you guys to see.
Yeah, they were a lot less than half even sometimes.
Yeah. Telly, what are your thoughts on us going to Walt Disney World?
This is from Mickey Pluto 2010. It is much done as usual.
No.
I think we rode more rides than we normally would.
Okay, yes.
We rode a lot of little rides.
Yeah, we rode a lot more rides, but we did not get even close to what we normally get done, because usually we're park people where we like go early in the morning, come back when it's hot, and then go back at night and have like dinner and fireworks and those sorts of things. Like I was really missing the latter.
Really early. Yeah.
I was really missing that latter half of the day that is like our tradition.
Yeah, the nighttime.
Because we usually have like a nice dinner and we go to like Fantasmic or we go to Happily Ever After, and also park hopping. I miss that a lot for us, because we would do like Magic Kingdom in the morning, and then we could go to Epcot and go see the fireworks at Epcot at night and have a nice dinner. So that, yeah, it was definitely very different. But we did get more rides done. Or maybe that was because we could only really focus on the rides.
Yeah, there wasn't much else to do, really.
This is from Johnny Gilmore. Johnny is from the GaymeBoyz. He's a personal friend of mine if you haven't checked out the GaymeBoyz channel. I'm going to link them down below and up above. But Johnny asks, what was your rose, which was the best part, and thorn, the worst thing, in Disney World for the trip that we went on?
I have low expectations. I don't know. We wanted to ride the new Star Wars ride, which is called something.
Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance. But it was, we couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
And then it was hot.
What was the best part?
Tiffin's, that freaking meal we had there was delicious.
So good.
It was the best restaurant meal I've had in a long time.
Which really that vlog is coming up very soon. I'll link it down below if you're seeing this video a little bit late. But yeah.
It was nice to relax in there in the AC.
It was
have a nice long leisurely lunch. It was awesome.
Yeah, Jesse and I have a lot of dining experiences at Walt Disney World, and so it's kind of what we do when we're there, a lot of what we do. And so it was nice to have that. And I would agree. I think that was, oh no. No, there's two things. Okay, we'll start with the bad stuff first. For me, wearing a mask was the bad part. I really struggled in the heat.
Yeah, me too.
Very much. The heat and humidity. It was anywhere between 85 and 90 degrees and about 90% humidity the week that we were there. So for me, that was really tough. But when we went on the Millennium Falcon ride...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was frantically trying to get her seatbelt undone and escape.
I was hyperventilating.
Yeah.
So I had my mask on, and you're in the Millennium Falcon by yourself, like with your party. So it was just Jesse and I have horrible motion sickness, like bad. And the way that I alleviate motion sickness is if I can get more air into my body. Well, I had my mask on, and I just could not get enough air, and I was just like, I was freaking out in a bad way.
And there's like a 2-minute long video at the end for no reason, where it explains what you just did while you're trapped in there.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
It was harsh. I ended up ripping my mask off just because it was just Jesse and I in there, and I was just like, I just had to close my eyes and like kind of like regain myself. I'm so glad that there weren't other people in that ride, because I probably would have thrown up actually.
Yeah, I thought she was going to.
If I couldn't have gotten my mask, if I wouldn't have been able to take my mask off, I think I would have thrown up. Oh, yeah. God, awful. It was so awful. And then, so those are my two complaints, were my two worst things. Because wearing a mask all day long outside is harsh.
Yeah, I'm all sweaty too, so my mask was wet the whole time, and it's gross.
Yeah, it's gross. I think that disposable masks are a little bit better just because you can take, we took seriously 75 masks. Because I wasn't sure how we were going to respond, and being able to just rip it off and throw it away was kind of nice.
Yep, get rid of it.
Yeah, and then you have something fresh on your face that's not wet from sweat and humidity and like breathing wetness.
Yeah, it's gross.
And then my best part, there's two. Tiffin's was one of them, because that was a very unexpected, very cool thing that we got to do. So it was the character lunch at Hollywood Studios that was at Hollywood and Vine with the characters in their Halloween costumes. Yeah. And I've been on a super big Goofy kick, and I had such a fun interaction with Goofy. I can't wait to share it with you guys because I think you'll really enjoy it too. But that was a huge highlight because I love meeting characters. I love seeing characters and seeing live shows. That was a huge part of what was missing for me in Disney. And so, yeah, that was a big...
Yeah, the food was really good there too.
The food was really good there too. Yeah, it was
pork shank that was really good.
Oh, that's right. Highly recommended experience if you can go. I've heard it's really hard to get reservations right now to get into it.
Yeah, Tiffin's too. It was like an hour wait for the bar next to it, and then we got into Tiffin's in like 15 minutes. Yeah,
it's really interesting. So Nomad Lounge is one of our favorite places to go, and we usually have always been able to just walk up and go right in and sit at the bar. But now with social distancing, it was basically an hour-long wait, and it was not busy at Animal Kingdom when we were there. That's what was so interesting. So they are at very, very limited capacity. But then we go to Tiffin's, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll get you right in. So it was very odd. It was almost like you needed to plan, but you aren't able to. Because there's no way I could get reservations at Tiffin's online.
Yeah.
So it was
just
great.
Go, have fun, look around, see what you find.
Yeah. Be spontaneous, which is not my strong suit.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Okay, this is from my friend Steamin' Kittens, and she asked, how was it in general? How was it?
It was okay. It wasn't as good as normal, but it was fun. There was benefits to having less people there. The fast lines, and able to get in the restaurants that we wanted to go to. But we missed stuff at Universal. It was just different. And it was more of a struggle having to wear a mask and not being able to walk around and drink drinks and getting yelled at for not wearing a mask properly.
Yeah. I think that it was, if it's your first time going, I would not go. I would not even consider going at all. I liked it because we've already had COVID. It was like kind of a green light. You know, we have antibodies in our system. Like, go have a vacation. It was lovely to be in the magic again, to see the castle, to see, you know, some of the characters, things like that. I loved that. But I feel like I've been watching a lot of vlogs where people are like, oh, it's exactly the same. And I'm very confused by how they're...
Yeah, it was totally different.
...portraying that. I just don't understand it. And a big part of what was missing for me was at Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom was one of my least favorite days that we were in the parks. and which is very surprising because usually it's my most favorite, but there was so much missing. Happily Ever After, the fireworks show. Also, Casey's Corner was closed.
Oh yeah, I wanted to get hand-dipped ice cream and it was closed. And I almost walked away from everything.
So a lot of quick service restaurants are closed, including all of the restaurants at the Moderate Resort that we stayed at.
Yeah.
So there is so much closed, so you really don't get to experience kind of what you're used to. And those cavalcades made me angry, and I want to be very clear about why. It was like everyone still stopped as if there was a parade. Everyone would literally come running out of the stores, right, to watch these cavalcades. Yeah. Crowds everywhere. I didn't feel uncomfortable ever, just because I didn't feel very threatened by the virus because we've already had it. So for me, I felt comfortable. Others may not feel comfortable about that. It was one parade float and then it was done.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll just have a 10-minute parade. We're all going to be running out of the stores or wherever with the ride queues or whatever to watch. Just make it 10 minutes long and call it good. I mean, Festival of Fantasy is 17 minutes.
Yeah, so they had like 20 mini parades instead of one big parade, but doesn't affect me really.
I know. I feel very passionately about the parades though. And I think that a lot of people that watch kind of feel that way too.
I did like the boats that were driving around though. That was cool.
Animal Kingdom's cavalcades were awesome, and I actually hope they continue to do that.
Just all of a sudden a boat with like drummers on it would come out of those forests, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then we got to see John Smith.
Yeah. Like that.
He was very confident.
Yeah.
He was very confident. But that was a highlight of Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. I'd be confident too if I was in a boat with Pocahontas.
That's fair. So overall, how was it?
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was good, but it was different. We've been there a lot, so we were able to like enjoy the other parts of it that were different, like getting to ride a lot of the rides and other stuff. But yeah, if you're used to doing it the way it was before, it's not the same.
Yeah, agreed. Very well said. So this is from our friends Sue and Simone.
Oh, okay.
So they're over at the Sunny.
Sue,
Hey Sue, hey Simone. They're over at the Sunny Pint. They have a tasting room, and I will link the Sunny Pint's information down below. But Sue and Simone's question for you, Jesse, is how many beers did you have?
Let's see. Epcot Day, probably 10.
Yeah.
Or 12. Maybe. I don't know. I should keep track sometime. It was several.
Yeah, it was a
I
lot.
had one there, probably 12 to 15.
In total?
Yeah.
Oh, way more than that, because you had it at the room.
Afterwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think during the
We're
day...
going to say 40 in total.
Not 40. All weekend?
Yeah, the whole week. We were there for 6 days.
I would never be able to count that much. No, it's probably... 40 is probably a safe guess.
Count that much.
40 probably.
Yeah.
At Epcot, probably 14 to 15.
Okay, favorite beer. Do you have one that was a standout?
There was I think it was the Raidburger Pilsner, which kind of tasted like a Belgium, which was good. But it might have been something different. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Because you were at the, what you call it, the pass holder store.
Oh, I was at the pass holder store, that's right.
And I got one in the Germany pavilion that was really good.
Yeah.
It stood out to me. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Okay, nice.
Because it was a Pilsner, but I was like, it tastes like a Belgian.
Yeah. But Sue and Simone, we're going to come see you at the Sunny Pint very soon.
Yes.
So in our next trip, we will be there. We won't miss it. Jay of All Trades asks, favorite park from your visit?
Animal Kingdom.
Hands down.
Yeah.
No question. Which is so weird. I would never say that. Well, I mean, I do love Animal Kingdom, but Magic Kingdom is always like number one for me no matter what. Not this time.
We saw gorillas too. We've never seen them before.
Yes, we got to see them for so long.
Yeah,
like
he was,
they were
sleeping
relaxing.
with his legs up backwards, like laying in the sun, rubbing his chest. It was really cool. He was just snoozing there, looking at us.
Also, I kind of felt like I had a really good outfit that day, so I think it made me into it.
Oh yeah, everybody was like complimenting your outfit the whole day.
Is that horrible?
No, it's great.
I mean, I just like the outfit.
Yeah.
Also, I was wearing my Wally backpack, and everyone liked the Wally backpack too. It was a big hit. And John Smith was a huge plus for me. He's such a rare character. I've never seen him before, and I've actually never seen him in like other vlogs. I don't know if that was like a rare appearance, but I was very thankful for that. And we didn't ride Flight of Passage.
No, it was too long of a line.
It was too long of a line, which is interesting because usually that would be like such a highlight of our trip, but we decided to pass on it this time.
Yeah, we just hung out and walked around and
it
did
was
other stuff.
Super casual day. But these days remind me of like park hopper days, where you're in the park for such a condensed amount of time that you just go and have fun for a little bit and then leave. That's what it reminded me of. Like a middle of the day park hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Except for that was the whole day.
What was your least favorite change due to COVID? This is from Mary Poppins Carpet Bag. And she also says, hope you had a great time. We had a great time.
Ice cream store is being closed down.
Yeah.
And I had a hankering for some hand-dipped ice cream.
That was a big moment there that Jesse was very upset by. It was at Magic Kingdom where he couldn't get ice cream.
I was like, I would really like some strawberry ice cream. And then it was closed. And I was very disappointed. Mm-hmm. And I laid in the grass for a while.
Yeah. So that was his worry about COVID, was hand-dipped ice cream.
And the lines were weird too because they were really long and stretched out.
Mine is condensed hours. Hated it. And everything being closed. Tons and tons of stuff being closed. I hope that they continue to start opening more and more things up in the parks, just because I think it's going to enhance everyone's experience and give them some variety. I hated that when we went to our hotel, we had an option of quick service and an option of the pool bar that had the same food as the quick service. And that was it, because we paid for staying at a moderate resort, but didn't get to like reap the benefits of actually having a sit-down restaurant. So that was my complaint.
Only Cuban sandwiches to eat, that's all we had.
Yeah, we only had Cuban sandwiches and chicken nuggets, and that's about it.
It's fine, though, I like them. This question is from Melly928. How was Caribbean Beach? My fiance and I booked for our honeymoon next year. Cheesy smiley face.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was a beautiful resort. It's just really, really, really spread out. Like, it took us 7 minutes to walk from our hotel room to the main building, which is like, that's long.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that spread out, but it has nice beaches everywhere and a lot of like palm trees and stuff and lizards, if you like lizards.
There were
just tiny lizards everywhere, which is a big plus for me and her.
I love lizards. I also, the only thing to note too is I would request a bottom floor room, because you have to haul your luggage up the stairs because they do not have elevators.
Top floor only for me.
I mean, I loved the top floor, but if you don't want to haul your luggage up the stairs, just be aware that, like, they don't have elevators.
Yeah.
Another thing that I really, really liked about it was the Skyliner access. Riding the Skyliner was awesome. It was so conveniently located. I mean, we were in the Jamaica area, and it was less than a 2-minute walk to the station for the Skyliner. So if you're looking to, ride the Skyliner to Epcot or Hollywood Studios, I would suggest requesting staying in the Jamaica area.
Yeah, it was pretty cool too. You get to like fly above the city and over the what are they called, freeways and stuff. It's kind of fun to do. It's kind of a fun view.
It scared me. I'm a little bit afraid of heights, and it scared me a little bit.
Yeah, if you've been on a ski tram, it's just exactly like that.
The next question is from It's Ariel Gasper, and she asks, was there any point where you didn't feel safe? Hope you had a great trip.
No.
There was one point where I felt a little bit uneasy, and I think it was just because I had not been used to crowds and hadn't been in a public place where there was a lot of crowds, and that was in the parking garage at Disney Springs. Do you remember that? So we go up the parking garage, which, by the way, we had to wait in a line of cars like 15 minutes long to even get into the parking garage. But then there was this just like giant horde of people waiting to get their temperature taken. I'll insert, I think I've got an Instagram video story that I did when I was there. I'll pop it in here for you guys to see. Here is the line to get into Disney Springs right now. It's 8 p.m. Just a little busy. A little busy. But it was just, it reminded me of like being in Las Vegas is what it reminded me of. Do you recall that at all?
Yeah, it was weird. I didn't like it.
Yeah. It just felt odd.
It seemed like a dumb idea.
Yeah. And I will say that if you are worried or are concerned about restrictions, Disney's super duper strict about mask wearing.
Yeah, they're very strict.
And very good about cleaning. Like everything was pristine. At Universal Studios, maybe not so much. So I will say, if you are concerned about social distancing and mask wearing and those sorts of things, I definitely would not suggest Universal right now. It was much, much, much different than Disney. Disney is super strict with mask wearing. The parks were absolutely pristine and clean, and Universal was not that way.
No, it's like the Wild West over there.
Yeah.
It's fun though, but
it felt like we were, like, this is so silly, but it felt like we were doing something bad by being there, just because it was just so drastically different than the Disney feeling. Yeah.
I kind of liked it though. It was nice.
It was nice, and it was fun, and they did do things like social distancing in the lines and stuff like that. It's just people did not follow them as well as they do at Disney.
Yeah, Disney
there was no
has
repercussions, right?
Yeah, Disney has like cast members everywhere that are reminding people to keep their masks on the whole time. And at Universal, there's not very many workers around. Like, it's just
Yeah.
yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell the differences. This is from Christine MHT, and she asks, did you take fewer pictures than you normally would because of masks?
I don't think so.
Well, yeah. So when we go for a week, we usually get about 500 PhotoPass photographer photos.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
We got maybe 15 or 20.
Yeah.
On
we
this
stopped
trip?
at most of them that were open though.
That's the thing. There's not a lot that are open for PhotoPass. Usually PhotoPass is everywhere, all over the parks. It's very scarce. And the pictures that we took of ourselves, I think we did pretty good.
Yeah, same amount probably. There.
But honestly, it's really not very exciting to take a picture of your face looking like this.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, they all look the same.
Yeah, they all look like, what expression are you making?
Yeah.
No one knows. So Julia_Kane asked, what were the crowds like?
They were smaller, but they seemed busy because of the amount of people outside.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it seemed busier than normal, but I think it's because there's not really any place for people to go without being socially distant, and you have to be socially distant. So it seemed like people were more there spread out, which was kind of odd. But it was like definitely the least busy that we have experienced it.
The lines showed how busy it was because there wasn't that many people in line.
Right. It's the Stargazer asks, was it still magical?
Yes. Yeah.
I think so. I think it kind of depends. Magical is kind of a relative term too. I think it kind of depends. I felt Magic Kingdom was less magical because I rely heavily on the fireworks and the parades, which I love, and those sorts of things to be kind of a filler for part of that magic. So I felt that presence gone a little bit at Magic Kingdom. Megan MCA asks, how full were the planes?
The planes, every row was full, but they had middle seat open, which was really nice for flying. That was another thing that was nice about going on vacation now, because we got a full row to ourselves every time, which was really nice.
Yeah, that was very convenient. We had to fly, generally anywhere from 10 to 13 hours to get to Florida, depending on our layover, and so it was nice to be able to just spread out and be able to like put things in between us, and it was nice to have that space. Yeah. So that was nice. It was kind of weird that they were like considering it social distanced because the person is literally right here in front of you, right in the seat. So I'm not sure how they like got around that or how they...
I don't care. We'll take it.
I'm fine with it. Yeah, no, I just think it's funny that was considered okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Disney Girl 310 asks, did any cast members seem uneasy? These are very uncertain times for them. And I'm not sure if you're referring to like their job security, because I know that a ton of cast members have recently been let go. Uneasy to the virus. There was a cast member, I heard for the first time, a cast member screaming at someone in Disney Springs. Do you remember that?
Yeah, at the art place.
Yeah. They were like, sir, put your mask on, sir. Like, it was terrifying. We were just like, it was like he had committed a crime. It was why. I get it. Like, I want everyone to be safe. Like, don't misconstrue that. But it was startling.
Yeah, it's not normally how they act. Normally everyone's super nice and like, laid back. It was different. Yeah.
That was an interesting experience.
They were on people about the masks all. They wouldn't let people in the outside with like just the face cover. You had to have an actual ear covered mask. And it can't have the vent on it.
Yeah, they were
checked off.
very, very strict. Very, very strict. Also, back to the crowded question, Disney Springs seemed more crowded than usual.
Yeah.
To me. Did you feel that way?
Yeah, it's probably just because they had every person condensed and like 500 people waiting to get in line and to get through the temperature check and stuff. So.
Also at Disney Springs too, they're the only thing that's open past 8 o'clock right now. So I think that had a big part to do with it too, because I think that people are trying to get their late night fix at Disney Springs, which is kind of silly. Because I think they could still maintain social distancing in the parks at night. Oh, this is a good question. So Love.Jim asked, how do you plan out where to go in such a short time?
We kind of just wing it this time.
Yeah. I say, what I would suggest to you is enjoy everything.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, there were points, like Animal Kingdom is one that I really remember. We went and got a Starbucks drink and I was like, let's go do the little trail by the tree. And we were able to be by ourselves for a moment and just like take in the tree of life and like relax and look around and do things that we wouldn't typically do, just because we did feel like we couldn't do a ton. And while we were there, like a cavalcade and a boat came by and like we were able to take our masks off for a second and enjoy our coffee and like watch the characters go by. I mean, it was like, I would just suggest like just completely winging it, taking it all in, and just really enjoying what you can while you're there, if you're gonna go.
Yeah, we kind of check ride times and then base it off that and then just kind of move to one area, and if there's something we like there, we go check it out and yeah, just go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
This is from Tide.chap22. What made your heart the happiest on this trip? And I would say just going. Just getting out of the state and going on vacation, since we hadn't been anywhere all year. It was really nice. So.
Yeah. I was really excited to go back just to feel and experience something that was so familiar that I hold so dear to my heart. I think that was nice. I missed it a lot. I'm going to wrap it up with this lovely question from Liz Rocks. Hi, Liz. She goes, you said anything, so marry, sleep with, or push off a cliff, Buzz, Woody, or Lotso.
Well, you gotta say sleep with Lotso. It's kind of like designed for that, right?
Yeah, he's super fluffy.
He's a snuggle bear or whatever, so he would be that choice. Buzz can fly, so pushing him off a cliff wouldn't do anything.
You're taking this way too literally.
I wouldn't want to marry him.
You probably want to marry Woody, huh?
Yeah, he's a cowboy.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you'd murder Buzz.
Murder Buzz, yeah. I'll push him off a cliff, though. You'd have to think of something else, because he has wings and can fly.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, I would marry Lotso, because I love Lotso more than anything, and then I would kill Woody because he's a traitor. If you've seen Toy Story 4, you'll understand why. Worst movie ever. Hate it. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about it. And then I would sleep with Buzz, because he's kind of a hot space ranger. You know what I mean?
Should probably lay it down.
So do you have any ending thoughts for anyone before we go? Anything that you feel like we didn't cover about our trip that might be helpful for those going during 2020 or in this kind of weird time frame that we're in right now?
Bring a lot of masks.
Bring lower expectations.
Lower your
I would
expectations. And go with the flow.
I think that's good advice.
Yeah, don't be disappointed if something you really like strawberry ice cream hand-dipped, is not available. Because there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, or like I didn't get to see the Dapper Dans or the Cadaver Dans, and that was really disappointing.
Yeah, you just gotta find other things that are fun.
Yep, exactly.
You can try to get a Hot Touch Sundae, which is ice cream, but will be disappointing if you really wanted hand-dipped strawberry ice cream.
I'm taking a hint. We need to get Jesse some strawberry ice cream.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I would say if you're going, definitely lower those expectations and just take in what you can and enjoy what you can while you're there, because it is kind of a weird time. And take more pictures than we did. I kind of wish that we would have taken a little bit more photos than we did. Fun while you're there, for sure. But if you guys have been and have any suggestions or have any thoughts regarding some of the things that we talked about during this video, please leave them in the comments down below, because we want to help each other out. And we're Disney fans that like to share and be able to help others experience Disney in a little bit better way. So feel free to leave your suggestions down below. And that's gonna do it for us. We've got a couple vlogs out. I'm gonna link all the vlogs from this latest trip down below, as well as the haul video. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up.
Please be sure to like and subscribe below.
We had so much fun hanging out with you, and we will see you guys in the next video. TTFN!
Bye!
Bye!